Hi, it's Richard here from Intelligent Advisor IT Consulting with another in our series about the example decision services. This week it's all about hazardous wastes. Hazardous wastes is actually part of a two-pronged demonstration, including a Oracle policy modeling project, which you may already know, which is also talking about hazardous wastes and disposal of hazardous wastes. So you can download the JSON file, and there's even an extra help page to explain to you that you can also use an OPM project and use the decision service to populate a relationship collect. So we're going to, on this page, download the OPM project that is provided. It's a slightly modified version of one of the OPM examples. And then we're going to import the JSON of the decision service that we also downloaded into our Oracle Intelligent Advisor Hub. We'll see that there's only a couple of outputs. There's no inputs. So that might give us a clue as to how this decision service is going to work. When you look at the decision service, you'll see that this is actually a table that will infer a list of object instances. To you and me, it's like an inference table in Excel. So the equals ... that you can see next to my cursor is the equivalent of an inference table in Excel. And you can see that we're inferring wastes and waste level. So I've gone ahead and committed that. And now I'm going to go and open the zip file that I downloaded from that help page, which is the customized version of the Hazard Oracle Policy Modeling example. So in here, you'll see that it's exactly the same as the original one. If you've ever used the Hazard Management example project, if you haven't, you can go to the same page where you got this video and find it. And you'll notice that in this project, you basically report that you found some dangerous chemicals and you need to know what to do with them. You'll also see that there is a reference already included in the project, and that's the bit that's been added compared to the original example. But you, of course, have to go and select the name of the decision service that you imported into your own hub. And you'll notice that it maps to a particular entity. And it maps to populating, in this case, the containment relationship of this entity. It maps to all instances of the hazardous waste. So you can see that this relationship is going to be populated by the decision service, since the decision service creates a list of rows. So this is the drop-down where the user will select one of the types of hazardous waste, and the list will be a list of instances coming from the decision service. So let's go ahead and start the debugger. And I'm going to say I want to report a spill, and I go through a couple of minor pages, and I'm going to say, help me answer the question how to deal with it. Okay, so it's liquid or it's solid. What am I going to do with it? So I'm going to say it's liquid. Help me decide. And now when we click next, we see our drop-down. And in the drop-down, we see the different hazardous waste types that came from the decision service. And then we can move on to what should we do with this particularly hazardous chemical. And that's kicking back into the original Oracle Policy Modeling example project. So the values in that relationship collect, that drop-down, came from the decision service, and you can see them here. So of course, one of the things that you're going to want to do with this decision service to see how it works is you're going to say, well, I want to add another row. So I'm going to add another row in here, and I'm going to add in a new hazardous waste, kryptonite, and we're going to say that it's hazardous. So I'm just going to merge these two here, just like I would in Excel, and I'm going to commit those changes. And now I can return to my Oracle Policy Modeling project, and I can reset the debugger and try again. Off we go again. It's another liquid. And in the drop-down, we can see that we now have my other hazardous waste type. So this is a great example of how changes to the decision service didn't require any changes to the Oracle Policy Modeling project, and the fact that the decision service can, in OPM, we'd say we can infer instances. We can create a list of records which can then be displayed in a relationship call control in OPM. Love it. See you next time for the next one. Bye-bye.